Today we are doing more critical reasoning weakening questions. Now the examples we're going to do are medium level questions that show really clearly how these questions are put together. So if you can understand how these questions work, you're going to be in great shape to understand how the advanced questions work. I also wanted to let you know that for right now I'm offering 10% off private tutoring. If that interests you, just click on the link below, find out some more information. Okay, let's tackle those weakening questions. Okay, this is a bit too long to read out loud, so go ahead, pause the video, read it to yourself, and when you're done, hit play and we'll go through it. Okay, first thing, what's the conclusion? Well, what they're saying is the Falcon 2000 is one of the safest cars available. Okay, great. What's their evidence? Why do they think the Falcon 2000 is so safe? Well, the reason is because it has the fewest injuries of any car in its class. All right, totally understand that. So the argument they're making is that having the fewest injuries in its class means it's one of the safest cars on the road. All right, now what we just did, writing down the conclusion, evidence, and the argument is far and away the most important step. Now the question gets a lot easier. We're on a weakening question, so we need an answer choice that says something like, yes, it's the safest car in its class, but it's still not a very safe car overall. Let's see if we get an answer choice that says something like that. Well, A is out. A starts talking about different classes of cars. We don't care about different classes of cars. We need a reason why being safe in this class doesn't necessarily mean you're a safe car overall. B talks about sales. We do not care about sales. Now C is interesting. C says that if you drive the Falcon 2000, you're more likely to get into an accident than if you drive a car that's from a different class. Getting into more accidents doesn't sound all that safe. Let's put C into the maybe bucket. All right, D. D is tempting, but D ultimately doesn't really help us because D is comparing the number of injuries per accident between cars in the same class. Well, it sounds good, but the problem is the conclusion says that the Falcon is a safe car overall. Not safe for its class, but simply a safe car. So that means how it performs in its class doesn't really tell us anything because maybe its class is a super safe class, or maybe its class is a super dangerous class. We just don't know. So its performance within the class doesn't tell us if the car is safe overall. So D is out. E, obviously not helpful. So we're going to go with answer choice C. Okay, very nicely done. Just like last time, pause the video, read this to yourself, and when you're done, hit play and we'll go over it. Okay, first thing, what's the conclusion? Well, what they're saying is the source of the financing is more important to a startup's success than the personal characteristics of the founders or the strategic planning. Okay, fine, but why do they think that? What's their evidence? Well, startups that get VC capital have lower failure rates than startups that get financed by other means. Okay, got it. So the argument is that VC financing is more important for the success of a startup than the personal characteristics of the founders or strategic planning. Now, we're in a weakening question, so we're looking for an answer choice that says something like, oh, VC financing is not more important than the personal characteristics of the founders or the strategic planning. Basically, the success of the startup isn't really just all about the financing. Well, let's see if we get an answer choice that says that. Well, A is out. A says that it really is all about the financing. A goes in the wrong direction. We're in a weakening question, so we want to find an answer choice that says it's not really all about the financing. Now, B is out because it's not between personal characteristics and strategic planning, it's between financing and the personal characteristics and strategic planning. C is clearly out. It doesn't mention anything about personal characteristics, strategic planning, or financing. And D is out for the exact same reason. We don't care about management structure. Boy, I really hope E is a good answer choice, and it is. E says that VCs recognize that personal characteristics and strategic planning are the drivers for successful startups, and getting VC money is just the proof that the startup has excellent strategic planning and the founders have the right personal characteristics. In other words, it's not the VC financing that makes them successful, it's that you don't get the VC financing unless you have excellent personal characteristics and high quality strategic planning. E is the right answer. All right, very nice job. So remember, whenever you're being asked to strengthen an argument, you're looking for reasons why the conclusion will actually happen, why the prediction will come true, why the goal will be achieved, or why the plan will succeed. Okay, that's how it works. Very nice job. And remember, if you're interested in 10% off private tutoring, just click on the link below. Great work. We'll see you next time.